Hey guys, how you doing? Happy Homebrew Wednesday. How are things? Hope things are good in your neck of the woods. Everything is fine with me. I'm here again sitting in my kitchen because I have some things going on over there behind the camera that I will be showing you in a couple of minutes. And after that, we're going to come back and we're going to review a beer that somebody sent me. It's a stout. It's a commercial stout, and we'll talk a little bit more about that too. In the meantime, I'm enjoying one of my favorite beers, which is really ironic because it's winter here right now, although the weather in my neck of the woods is supposed to be, you know, people always think of Canada as like, you know, snow everywhere and all this stuff. It depends on where in Canada you live. It's a big country. It's not very cold here right now, but as I was saying, ironically enough, usually you wouldn't be drinking beers like this in the winter time. It's, you know, summer beer kind of thing, but I just find it very sessionable, very easy to drink. Sorry, my hat's bugging me. Now, clean beer. It's a it's a Cooper's Canadian Blonde. I've been brewing these a lot lately. And that's because I'm getting prepared to brew some darker beers and some heavier beers. So I'm kind of, you know, if you will, cleaning the palate, or getting sort of, so I get sick of these and I'll be more excited to brew the darker beers that I'm going to be doing. And I'll be talking more about that in just a moment when we go over there to see what's going on. Got my real lime juice here, so I'm going to squirt some in. I usually just sort of go like this. And I didn't bring anything over here to stir around with, but it doesn't matter. I'll just hope that it mixes in good. Now let's try it again. And that's such a nice addition to a beer like this. I mean, if you can get real lime juice, you know, this is real lime juice. The only thing about this is it's got sulfites in it. So you wouldn't be able to add it to, let's suppose you wanted to add that flavor to an entire batch of beer. If you were planning on bottling your beer, you wouldn't be able to use this because it has sulfites in it. So that would kill your, I assume that would kill your yeast. I mean, I wouldn't use it for that. But if you're kegging your beer, then you're not worried about that. So you could, you know, figure out how much of this kind of thing to add to your keg when you keg your beer, and you'd have that flavor all the way through. It's an amazing dimension to a beer like this, because beers like this generally don't have a lot of flavor. They're basically, you know, lawnmower beers, I guess, if we've called them in the past. So yeah, the lime juice really makes it, well, it just makes it more thirst quenching. That adds a bit of an acidity to it, or a citrus, you know, kind of thing to it. So, oh yeah, makes it much more exciting on the palate. So yeah, but if you you know, get real limes, then put a slice of lime in there, or whatever, squeeze it in. It's all good. Try it if you've never tried that before. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to break from here. We're going to go over there and talk about what we're doing over there. That's another section of the video. I'm going to sit here and finish this, because when I come back to this chair, I'm going to be reviewing a supposedly really excellent stout beer. So I'll be right back with that. Cheers. You're looking at a typical camera viewfinder setup from shooting one of my homebrew videos, or even a cooking video. But it's what you don't see usually that's the most interesting. So I thought I would take this opportunity to show you what actually goes into making these videos. And let's start with, of course, what we're doing, which is we're brewing some beer. So, of course, I get all my ingredients set up, everything that I need. And, of course, I have a drink usually. I'm drinking a beer during a homebrew session, but today I'm just drinking some gin and tonic. I'll be having a beer after I start brewing this up. I have my pot there, everything's all set to go. I have an iPad back there that controls my GoPro camera. As far as cameras and whatnot, I do have my Canon. Don't mind the wall, it still has to be painted. Yep, that's my next big job. And the Canon HF-M40, I believe that's Vixia camera from a few years ago. Excellent little camera, awesome. And plugged into that, we have a microphone, wireless microphone receiver, because I am wearing a lapel wireless microphone during these videos usually. And we have a very bright light, as you can see. I buy the compact fluorescent light bulbs from my hardware store, and I have just a lamp that clips on to whatever the heck I can clip it onto. Today it's a tripod. So that's how that, whoops, nice bare feet, huh? That's how that works. So we've got that light, plus we've got lights on in the kitchen as well, so that I've got lots of light in here to shoot this, so not a big problem there. So we've got good lighting, good sound, and of course our old faithful GoPro camera, which is all ready to go here to shoot down at the pot so that you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing. And of course, during the editing process, that gets edited together with the footage from the other camera. So I'm using my phone for this video, so I hope it's not too shaky. And of course, that's stuck on there with a good old, faithful, one of those old hard drive magnets that are so strong you can hardly get them off. And that's what's holding all that together, so that won't fall in the beer. And that's it. So I mean, it's a little more elaborate than some people, I guess, which is one of the reasons why it does take me a little bit longer to get these videos out. But I like to make sure I've got all my bases covered and have lots of ways for you guys to see what it is that I'm doing. Of course, that monitor there's me shooting right there. And that monitor there is, of course, so I can see what I'm doing and what I look like and whatnot. And that's just showing you what that camera sees. The GoPro camera, I'll be able to see what it sees when I turn it on through the iPad right there. So 2 cameras, a lapel mic, some decent lighting. And today I'm doing a very, very simple brew. And we'll be talking more about this when I actually shoot the video. But my plan is to brew this first. This is a Saison, and very simple, 2 hop additions, liquid malt extract, no grains, very, very, very simple to start with. The next brew we'll be doing after this will be a little more complicated, and then the third one we'll be doing after this will be the one I got from Terps Korean Kid, his homebrew supply shop. And we'll be talking about that more when we shoot that video. Of course, I got my wort chiller here. I have not used this yet, so I'm really looking forward to having a look and seeing how this thing performs. I love the way it's all put together. It's very, very nice. It's very professionally done. It's from jadedbrewing.com, and it's a beautiful low-profile wort chiller that allows us stove brewers to get it all the way into the wort. And it's double fisted, as you can see. So it's got 2 coils in one, and that allows me to, like I said, easily submerge it completely into the partial boil that we're doing here. And of course, that hooks up to the tap over here and that. So that's how it works. Okay, so I'm going to get busy and start shooting this video, and this is how I shoot all my homebrew videos and my Craig's Kitchen videos as well. This is the setup, and works for me, and I hope the videos are as good a quality as you would expect them to be, and I hope you guys enjoy them. So cheers, and let's go back to the other guy. Hey, welcome back to the chair. Actually, I got another interesting little thing for you before we get into this beer, which was sent in. The glass I'm going to use, I just put it in the freezer for a few minutes, so it's a little bit frosted. I was a little bit worried about the shape of the glass because it gets narrower at the top, and sometimes that can cause a little excess head buildup when you're pouring a darker beer like this. But on further inspection, I noticed that the inside of the glass, I won't touch it, I don't want to get any oil on it, the inside of the glass is actually not the same shape as the outside. It's actually just normal linear shape to that. So check the inside shape of your glasses before you decide whether you're going to use it for a specific style of beer. I like this because it looks like a robust kind of glass, and this is a robust kind of beer. This is a Samuel Smith's Organic Chocolate Stout, and I have a little picture of it here. I'll show you the labels, that way you can read, you can pause the video and read the labels as long as you want and find out all the information you need to know about this particular beer. So I want to thank Stuart from what's this name of the, hang on, I'm doing this by memory, Glendora, California. Stuart from Glendora, California. Thank you, Stuart, for sending me a couple of these beers. He thinks this is one of the best stouts he's ever tried. It's a chocolate stout, and of course I'm a sucker for chocolate. I love chocolate, so I have the privilege of trying it. Now I've just taken it out of the fridge. I think the best way to try these darker beers is to pour them cold and then let them warm up over time. That way you get all the different nuances and flavors as the beer gets warmer. Plus, if you pour it cold, they won't have as much foam to deal with as well. So then once it warms up, you'll start tasting more things. Without further ado, oh, I did get one more question. Yeah, somebody asked me if I've ever found any other uses for the GoPro camera than just walking around with a selfie stick outside. Well, of course I use my GoPro camera all the time for B-roll shots and, you know, 2 camera shots, and it's a great little camera. And of course, you know, there's a never-ending amount of uses for, you know, a camera like this, of course. And so, you know, there you have it. We've got that elastic onto that, and let's give this a pour. Okay, so here we go. All right. Looking good. All right, we can go a little more aggressive with that, I think. Ah, perfect. Whoop. Okay, awesome. Hey, has anyone else ever done that with a GoPro before? I don't know. I actually spilled some by accident. Anyways, there you have it. So, looks like a beautiful beer. I don't have a flashlight with me. It is not totally black. It's actually a brown beer. So it's kind of like a porter color, but they call it a stout. So let's give it a whirl here. See what we've got. Thanks, Stuart. I'm really looking forward to this. I love chocolate. I love stouts. And I've never tried this beer before. He sent me 2 of them. The second one I'm going to enjoy off camera. So let's give it a whirl. This is not an official beer review. I'm just trying it. I'm just doing the courtesy of doing this on video so that he can see me enjoying it. But I will tell you what I think of it. Chocolate. It's chocolate. So far, that's all I'm getting from it is chocolate. This head is going to stick around for a while. I can tell you that. It's a beautiful looking beer. Nice tight bubbles. Cheers. Thank you, Stuart. Let's give this a whirl. Oh my. Oh, wow. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Oh, I love this beer. I love this beer. It tastes like a chocolate bar, but it's not all that sweet. It's just sweet enough to give you the, you know, to make the chocolate work, you know. There isn't really a lot of hop presence to it. It's has a beautiful mouthfeel. It's medium carbonation. I've heard some people talk about this beer saying it's highly carbonated. I think that might depend on the pour. This is not highly carbonated. It's medium. This is like chocolate cake. This is beautiful beer. Let me see what else I can get out of it for you, because I'm not a professional beer reviewer, and this is not an official beer review video. I usually just do homebrew reviews when I do those, but it is such a pleasantly balanced chocolatey beer that it tastes like it's not there's not a lot of bitterness to it, but it's not all that sweet either. There's just that chocolate, you know, high quality sort of chocolate flavor to it, and that's really the forefront of this beer, is that chocolate flavor to it, and I think that's what they intended. It's not a really heavy beer. It's not like a stout, like a really dark chocolate stout that's like so heavy that you can only drink one. I would find this pretty sessionable, but it's not like a brown ale that's just like just a dark beer. Sorry, a dark beer that tastes like a Pilsner. This is what it looks like. This is a chocolate flavored beer, and if you like chocolate, this is like drinking like chocolate syrup or something, chocolate milk. This is very, very good, actually. I think Stuart is probably pretty much right on the money when he says this is probably the best chocolate stout he's ever tasted. I wouldn't have a problem agreeing with that. I want to thank Stuart for sending me this one, because he's probably heard me talk about chocolate before. He knows I like the Young's Double Chocolate Stout beer, which I still love, and I can get at my local beer store, so I'm good with that. I cannot get this, but if I could, I would probably buy this on a regular basis, because it is a beautiful tasting chocolatey beer. TGTshirts.com t-shirts, they're still for sale. They'll always be for sale as long as, you know, we have them in stock, and so please go there and check that out. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Homebrew Wednesday video. I'm getting ready to brew up that beer and the other beers that I mentioned as well. So if you are able to get a hold of this particular beer, give it a whirl. All right, I finished this off. Let's give the rest of this a pour, and we'll sign out. That's all she wrote. There you go. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. I really enjoyed this week's Homebrew Wednesday. I hope you learned something. I hope you get a kick out of how I set things up and whatnot. And I'm really looking forward to doing these 3 beer videos for you. So let's give that a whirl. Let's give this a whirl. I'm going to sit down, relax, drink the other beer, the other one of these. And hey, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers. Be safe. Be well. Be happy. Drink good beers. Take care. See ya.